Oh man, we finally have a phone to review after a dry month of November, and I'm really glad. This is the Realme 10 Pro Plus, supposed to be an upgrade to the Realme 9 Pro Plus. Or is it really? That's exactly what I'm going to be finding out in my review of the Realme 10 Pro Plus. And you know what? I have a specific problem with this phone which I will explain in the software section of the video. So stay tuned till that. If you don't know me yet, I'm Ashad. You're watching Trakin English. Let's go. So first things first, what you get inside the box of the Realme 10 Pro Plus is the phone itself, a pre-applied screen protector, an 80-watt charger, a USB Type-C cable, and a case as well. While you do get an 80-watt charger inside the box, the phone only supports 67-watt charging speeds. I'll talk about that soon. Compared to the 9 Pro Plus, Realme has made significant changes to the design. The phone is taller, slimmer, and lighter now. Plus, with that curved screen, the phone feels a lot more premium, and under 25,000 rupees, the in-hand feel is just fantastic, and I haven't felt this kind of experience on a phone in this price category. Now, you must be wondering, how is this phone lighter compared to the Realme 9 Pro Plus, despite the fact that this phone has a larger battery? And the answer to that is very simple. This phone has a plastic back compared to a glass back on the Realme 9 Pro Plus. By the way, this color variant of the phone is called Hyperspace. It's extremely glossy. It's a glossy plastic material that Realme has used, and it attracts a lot of fingerprints, so you will have to keep wiping it, or of course use a case. There is a shimmery glitter-like pattern similar to the Realme 9 Pro Plus, which is visible at an angle when you're holding it. Plus, when light hits at it at a certain angle, there are these disco light kind of things originating from the camera rings itself, which I think looks good. Now, talking about the camera rings, of course, these are massive camera rings inside which are the cameras themselves. And I think that this is a good looking design, despite the fact that it is inspired from what Huawei has already done. It does look clean, but what doesn't look clean is that misaligned SIM card tray, which doesn't sit flush with the bottom edge. And these are tiny things that sort of take away from that premiumness of the phone, which otherwise is great on this. And I don't know for what godforsaken reason did Realme have to remove the headphone jack. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And another thing that I don't have a clue of is a lot of you watch our videos but don't hit the subscribe button. We'd love your support because we make these videos for you. So hit that subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever we put out an awesome new tech video. Also, if you like our videos, then give us a like, because the YouTube algorithm will then recommend this video to more people looking for such content. There's another design change worth highlighting, and that is the fact that the earpiece is now not the secondary speaker. You do have a dedicated, speaker grill for the secondary set of speakers. But by just offering a dedicated speaker grill doesn't mean that the sound quality is better. In fact, it's worse now. It sounds thinner compared to the Realme 9 Pro Plus, and the bass is just not there. You guys take a listen for yourself and let me know what you think. By the way, on Realme UI, you now get the option to actually bump up the volume to 200%. That makes it even worse. Just don't do it. Now, while the design itself is very good looking, it's premium, it feels like a flagship phone under Rs 25,000, especially when you hold it in the hand. But there are some design choices that I really don't appreciate. The fact that you do not get a headphone jack now and the speaker quality has been nerfed means that the audiophile in me is literally shedding some tears. The display on the phone, of course, is a stunner. It is the only phone in this price range with a curved panel, and of course that makes it stand out. So this is now a 6.7-inch curved AMOLED screen. It's a 10-bit AMOLED screen with 120Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 950 nits, which is higher than, of course, the 800 nits peak brightness of the Realme 9 Pro Plus. And the bezels around the display have been really slimmed down. It does look like a proper flagship display. And compared to that huge chin on the Realme 9 Pro Plus, this is definitely a better experience. And with respect to color accuracy, you do get professional DCI-P3 color support. You have to go into settings and switch that on, so that's something that you have to keep in mind. But the one feature on the display that Realme has been advertising heavily is that 2160Hz, PWM or pulse width modulation, dimming eye protection that has been built into the display of this phone. What this does is reduce flicker even at really low brightness levels. And when you compare it next to a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, you can actually see the difference. Now, how does this help? Some people are actually very sensitive to the flicker on OLED panels and it gives them a headache. So this is definitely helpful, especially when they're using the phone in low brightness. This is a good move for sure. In fact, by doing this, the Realme 10 Pro Plus actually becomes the first phone to receive TOV Rheinland's flicker-free certificate. Although not everything is great with the display, because with Netflix you do not get HDR playback on the Realme 10 Pro Plus right now, and Dolby Vision support is available on the Redmi Note 12 Pro series. So for somebody who is deep into multimedia, HDR performance is very, very important. Now, I did test HDR playback, 4K HDR playback on YouTube, and there was some stutter. And that's definitely problematic. Now, you do also get an in-display fingerprint scanner, very fast to unlock the phone, but placed very low as usual. That is my only complaint. And Realme has improved the haptic feedback performance of the vibration motor inside the Realme 10 Pro Plus compared to the Realme 9 Pro Plus, which is already very good. Now, when you go into the settings, you will notice this O haptics demo. You should definitely try that out and see the kind of feedback that you get, especially when you use that crisp vibration motor when you're sliding across the brightness levels or taking a picture using the shutter button. All of that, the haptic feedback that you get with it is very, very good. Now, just like the design of the Realme 10 Pro Plus, the display is great, but it makes some silly omissions and alterations. Now, as is the case with most of our reviews, we have a separate camera review of the Realme 10 Pro Plus, and I've compared it against the Realme 9 Pro Plus for perspective. You should definitely go and check that out. It has detailed information on how each of these cameras perform in different kinds of settings. But if you can't watch yet another long video, let me summarize for you. Those who are going to watch the long video, this is going to be a spoiler alert. So the primary camera of the 10 Pro Plus is on par with the 9 Pro Plus when it comes to details in daylight shots, but Realme has improved the color reproduction and the HDR performance on the 10 Pro Plus, which is great. Now, pictures of friends and families are slightly better on the 9 Pro Plus because you get better HDR pictures, whereas 10 Pro Plus over processes it. Portraits are below average looking on both, and low light is where 10 Pro Plus's primary camera loses out to the 9 Pro Plus, which brings out more details from the shadows and has less noise too. The IMX766 is definitely a more capable sensor in low light scenarios. Ultra wide angle camera quality has also been nerfed on the 10 Pro Plus. It's not as technically efficient, and the field of view has been reduced compared to the 9 Pro Plus, which is again a huge letdown. 2 megapixel macro cameras are okay on both. I don't like these cameras. If you do, then this is what it is. Selfies look better on the Realme 9 Pro Plus because of HDR and low light performance. Video recording on 4K 30 FPS is better on the Realme 9 Pro Plus because you get OIS. Otherwise, Realme 10 Pro Plus has improved exposure control in 1080p 60 FPS video recording and better sound recording generally when you're shooting videos, whether it's using the front camera or the rear camera. So overall, I still think that the Realme 9 Pro Plus has a better hardware in primary and ultra wide angle cameras, and therefore it is slightly more proficient when taking pictures compared to the Realme 10 Pro Plus. Yes, the 10 Pro Plus does match up, but it's definitely not an upgrade to its sibling, and it's a side grade at best. Now, the Realme 10 Pro Plus has the Dimensity 1080 chip, and I tested that out recently in the Redmi Note 12 Explorer Edition. You should go check that out if you haven't already. And unlike the name, which has definitely taken a huge leap, and 1000 series might seem more powerful, but it's actually not. It's on par, on most occasions to the Dimensity 920 inside the Realme 9 Pro Plus. The Antutu score on the 9 Pro Plus was in fact higher than the 10 Pro Plus, but in Geekbench single core and multi-core, there's a bit of a lead on the 10 Pro Plus. Where the 1080 makes a huge difference on this phone is definitely in stability. I noticed that the stability scores were better in CPU throttle and 3D Mark wireless test as well. More importantly, this phone doesn't get hot at all. I mean, you push it to whatever extent you want to, this phone will not get hot at all. Even the 9 Pro Plus doesn't, but it's even cooler than the 9 Pro Plus in most situations. So long gaming sessions should be fun. But talking about gaming, in Apex Legends, it's not optimized at the moment. The game right now runs at normal graphics and very high FPS, at Ultra HD graphics and high FPS. So that's something that could be better. But Call of Duty Mobile runs at high, very high, low max, which is similar to, the Dimensity 920 chip. See, this is definitely not a gaming phone. Even in its price category, there are other phones with Snapdragon 778G, which of course definitely offer better gaming performance. And then there is the Redmi K50i. You get Dimensity 8100 with it. That's almost on par with the Snapdragon 888, sometimes even better. So yeah, that's the phone to get if you want great gaming performance. By the way, finally we got Jio and Airtel 5G here in Pune, in and around our office as well. So I'm really glad I could test out 5G, on the Realme 10 Pro Plus, and it works really well. Both Jio and Airtel work absolutely fine. Call quality is great. Nothing to complain about network performance or even Wi-Fi performance for that matter. Now moving on to battery, like I mentioned, the battery size is larger on the Realme 10 Pro Plus now. You get a 5000 mAh battery compared to 4500 mAh on the Realme 9 Pro Plus. And the battery life is also better. Even with 5G on at all time, I got about 7 hours of screen on time, which is great. And with 5G off, you can easily expect 10 hours of screen on time, which is very, very good. Now about charging, you can charge the phone from 0 to 100 in about 44 minutes using the 67 watt charger. Definitely not the fastest. I'm sure that 120 watt charging phones and 80 watt charging phones are all coming in this price category. But honestly, I don't really care. 44 minutes is good enough. I can wait. Can you? Let me know in the comment section below. Overall, the battery performance I would say is very good on this phone. No complaint whatsoever. Now coming to software, where things do get a little murky. You get Realme UI 4.0 based on Android 13, which is great. You get the latest version out of the box, fantastic. And you also get a promise of 2 years of software updates and 3 years of security updates, which is good. However, Realme UI 4.0 brings with it a lot of bloatware apps and dark pattern in the UI. I am I am going to be very candid out here, pissed at Realme. For example, when you're setting up the phone, there is this personalized searched option that pops up. There is no option to turn it off. There is the turn on button in big, in blue on the right. That is where generally the turn off button would be. And right next to it is later. So you hit later and move on. And when you're done with the setup and enter the phone, and when you swipe up on the app drawer, that personalized search card keeps popping up. And once it pops out, you have the option to turn it on and cancel. You hit cancel and you think that, the app drawer will not show it up again, but it does show it up again. You don't get that do not show again, toggle for multiple times until you hit the cancel button. Will regular users know about this? They will just switch it on. This is extremely wrong. That's not it. You have a lot of bloatware apps pre-installed. You get Moj. You also get Moj Lite Plus for what joy? And then of course there's Josh and Public and the list is endless. You can uninstall these apps, but Realme, this is really not done. Anyway, moving on, Realme UI has a few new features. A couple of which that I found interesting is definitely that enlarged folders option, which is available on Nothing UI as well. The OnePlus Shelf, by the way, has now moved to Realme UI. I think it's going to every single ColorOS folk, so that's exactly what's happening. Now, while the software itself is well tuned, those bloatware apps and that dark pattern in the UI is really annoying. So is the Realme 10 Pro Plus an actual upgrade over the Realme 9 Pro Plus? The answer is a yes and a no. If you want a slight edge in camera performance, if you want better audio quality from the speakers and a dedicated headphone jack, then the Realme 9 Pro Plus is still available for you. Essentially, Realme has two options for two different kinds of audiences. Which audience set do you fall in? Are you in the Realme 9 Pro Plus set or the 10 Pro Plus set? Let me know in the comment section below. But before I leave, Realme, please don't be so blatant with these, bloatware apps. Fix that. Anyway, that's it from me. See you guys in the next one. Keep tracking and stay safe.